Alright, just checking from there, but yeah, this is live, folks. I've got about, let me check, I've got about 13 minutes before I have to clock back in from lunch, but I thought I'd come on here real quickly, and yeah, you read the title correctly. You're not seeing things, you're not seeing things or anything, but according to the My Little Pony Twitter account, MLP Movie, which is at MLP Movie, I believe. The My Little Pony movie that came out last month on October 6th and came out in New York and LA during their premieres about a week before, the weekend before. Well, the MLP movie is officially coming out to digital on December 19th, I should say. I should correct the title here. And on December 19th, not January 19th, as you see in the title, it's December 19th that it'll be coming out to digital. And then January 9th, 8 days after New Year's Day, January 9th, it'll be coming to home video. In other words, to Blu-ray and DVD. And already you got some people commenting that this is kind of a surprise, that it's kind of quick for this to happen. And it is kind of surprising, especially with the fact that the movie is already made domestically and worldwide. Well, basically worldwide, as far as I know. The movie is already has made about, if not over, $50 million at the box office. So it's made its money back in a big way. Just enough to warrant a sequel and all that, but yeah, the movie. But yeah, despite that, from a worldwide box office standpoint, and there's more box office numbers to come in when it's all said and done, the movie itself is going to be coming to, like I said, to digital on the 19th of December, not the 9th. I got to correct that. And on December 19th, it'll be coming to digital, and then on January 9th, it's going to be coming to home video, to Blu-ray and DVD and 4K possibly as well. So yeah, it is a bit of a surprise, but you know what? This is not something unusual for a Hasbro movie. I'll put it to you like this: last year, not last year, but was it last year? I can't remember. Well, basically around last year or a year or two before, basically around 2015, 2016, Hasbro tried to, through Universal Pictures, distributed and released the Gem movie. Gem, of course, one of the first movies under the Allspark Pictures label. And the Gem movie didn't do so well at all. I mean, of course, a lot of people felt that it was a betrayal of what Gem was. Nostalgia Critic even did a review on it, pointing out that, Gem, they could have easily, basically adapted the Gem franchise and cartoon that we knew, instead of going in the route that they did. And as a result, Gem and the Holograms, the movie that came out, was released onto home video about around the same time frame. But they were distributed, but here's the thing: Hasbro had Universal Pictures help distribute it, and not Lionsgate. So for Lionsgate, this is kind of a first as well. Well, maybe not a first, but still, like, you wouldn't expect Lionsgate to do something like this with a movie that they've invested in. But yet they are. So basically you have this movie that, let's be honest, has gotten pretty positive reviews and reactions, even from those that may be new to even from critics that may be new to the franchise, new to the characters. It got some pretty good reactions. It got some pretty good feedback. And like I said, the box office numbers honestly are not lying at the fact of how successful, maybe not a huge success, but just moderate successful that the movie was. You know, basically a decent success for Hasbro. You know, they knew, I mean, obviously Hasbro knew what they were getting into when they made this film, but they probably also knew that, hey, you know, we probably have a cash cow on our hands when it comes to theaters, when we bring the movie to theaters, and that's what happened. So, yeah, basically, the MLP movie, you know, did what it had to do and everything, but obviously it wasn't, now, here's the thing, I don't have a, you know, here's the thing, I don't know how the inner workings work. I mean, I know it's like after every 4 to 5 months between theatrical release and and being distributed throughout all theater chains, either the major movie theater chains or the bargain movie theater chains. You know, like basically you go to a Regal theater and you go to a Regal theater or an AMC theater or whatever, or a Brendan theater, and you see the movie there when it first comes out, and then you want to see it again on the big screen, but you can't afford it until you find out, oh, it's at one of the bargain theaters that's close to me or in my vicinity, and you go and see it there. So basically that's kind of how I figure the whole distribution of movies, theatrical releases of movies go. That they'll start big, and then as they slowly start to transfer over to the home video market, that they start to kind of wind down a little bit. They kind of take a back seat, if you will. Basically, they'll still be in theaters, but they're being ready to be groomed for a home video release. And I'm guessing that's basically what. So, and sometimes it doesn't even matter if a movie could be moderately successful or decently successful, or a success in general. If it doesn't do well even after its initial opening, then it's probably time to, you know, bring it out, distribute it to the masses. Now, I can't say if the leak contributed to this or not. I really can't say that. I can't say if the leak contributed to it or not, because if it did, then okay, then all right, I can understand. I don't think this contributed to it. I think in reality we have to face facts that they were probably going to do this anyway, because let's be honest, as much as we would love to have waited maybe up till February or March for a home video release, and maybe even a digital release in January, we have to face facts that this movie was targeted at a core audience, at one main Pacific core audience, and that's the fans. And despite it being in the top 5 at the end of its initial weekend, and I think remaining in the top 10 the following weekend, basically as time went on, favoritism that it got before from critics and stuff started to slowly die down. I mean, when I was watching I Love KP a Lot's spoiler-free video, she showed what the rating was thanks to Rotten Tomatoes. And the rating basically is up and down. Like, from a fan's perspective, audience perspective, it's way up. From a critical perspective, it's kind of right in the middle, if not slowly dropping. So yeah, that doesn't really do it any favors. And yeah, you could have a lot of critics, you know, from Chicago Sun-Times to Variety to Entertainment Weekly, what have you, give it positive reviews. But in the end, the reviews, you know, they count as something. They count as, you know, being important. They count as something. They count as part of the success of the film. But in the end, it's really the box office numbers that mean more than just positive thumbs up critical reviews. And obviously that's what happened. And I think Hasbro knows this from experience, that once they release a movie like this onto home video, that the home video sales are going to more than make up from the box office sales. And then overall, in general, they're going to have themselves a huge hit no matter what. So, you know, like I said, they're going to have themselves a huge hit no matter what. You know, as far as people kind of being disappointed that Hasbro's not doing a home video release for the holidays, digital is just as good as home video, let's be honest. Digital is just as good as home video, because I have Transformers the movie on this camera, on this phone right now, through an SD chip or through an SD card. So digital does work in the end, because that way, if you want it that way, when you download it, and they got to give you a downloadable option, you can take it with you, and if it allows you to, you can even put it onto DVD and Blu-ray, whatever, you know, suits your fancy. If you decide to, you know, have a disc version of it down the line, they got to give you that downloadable option. They really do. And again, this is where, like I said, I believe the sales of the digital release and then the home video release are going to really come into play and help make this more an add to not, and in addition with the box office numbers that they got at the beginning and in you know, going forward from a worldwide standpoint, is really going to help contribute to the overall success in the end of the film, in the end for the film, I should say. It's going to contribute to the overall success. And I think it will warrant enough for us to get a sequel, but the question's going to be, how will they distribute said sequel should they go in that direction? That's up to Hasbro and the creative staff at the MLP franchise. So anyways, just thought I'd just come on here live and let you guys know. Sorry for that interruption, I don't know what happened there, but as I was trying to say, you know, Hasbro, they know what they're doing. They've been in this position before, and they know that a movie usually will become more successful when it hits home video, as well as nowadays digital release as well. So, and those home video sales and those digital release sales are going to help contribute and add to the box office numbers that the movie got, not just domestically but worldwide. And in the end, it's going to show how much of a success, a positive success, the movie became. So in the end, basically, it's going to show how much of a success the movie became, and it's going to help contribute to its success, because you add in the worldwide box office numbers it's gotten and currently getting, in addition to the sales it will get from the digital release as well as from the home video release, and it's going to really help contribute to the success, the overall success of the MLP movie. So again, before I was interrupted there, that's all I'm really going to say. I just thought I'd come on here live, let you guys know what's happening. And you could check the Twitter page for MLP Movie at MLP Movie on Twitter. I'm sure Equestria Daily will report it as well. But yeah, the My Little Pony movie that came out in October is already heading to home release, starting digitally on December 19th. And then on home video January 9th. And again, I got to correct the title in this video to reflect that. So just thought I'd let you guys know. Sorry for the interruption there. I don't know what happened, and I got to get back into work now, so I'll talk to y'all later. God bless, take care, comment below, let me know what you guys think.